This is Damon Stevens with FinWealth Builders. Today is Monday, September 20th, 2021. And this is a stock market update for our trades for the day. And hopefully this brings some ideas for you as well, and also give you an idea of at least what we're seeing in the marketplace and what a day it was. So let's go ahead and get right into it, and definitely subscribe and like our videos so we can continue bringing these videos to you. If you participate in the market at all today, you notice that we're gapped down quite a bit. We're very red. And I talked about this in the video on our Sunday prep, our Monday prep video on Sunday, that to be careful. The market could be pulling back, and that's exactly what happened. Again, told you to make sure you're locking in profits, but the market provides trading opportunities every day, and so I like to go over those with you and show you what's going on in the market and what we may be able to expect in the rest of this week. So if you look at the Dow Jones closed down 1.78%, NASDAQ down 0.219%, and S&P 500 down 1.70. So that's a substantial pullback for one day. And we've been pulling back for a few days here, so definitely seeing some correction in the market. And whether that we're done now because we kind of bounced off the 100 moving average, which we'll show you on the charts, or if there's something further down, is to be seen, especially with what's going on in the market right now and in the news. There's a lot of news coming out. Seems like everything's kind of come to a head today. They're blaming it on the China stock and the real estate company that's being impacted. And I don't see how that would affect our market that much, but that's at least where the blame's going. But you can see here, even though we kind of sold off for the day, so if you were short in this market, anticipation or seeing that the trend was going down over the last few days last week, you were able to short this on the way down, and then at the end of the day, nice little rally, which I did not expect. I was watching the market here and thought, well, I kind of bought dips along the way, and then I thought, is he gonna rally or what's he gonna do? And I caught the rally on the S&P 500, but I missed on Tesla. I was so disappointed in that because I was waiting for it all day and just happened to look away and missed it. That's okay. I caught at least part of it. So and also caught a little bit of the stocks here. EDSA was one. ZIVO, some others said that they caught that. I didn't catch this one. But this one from the other day, CRVS from last week, did catch that one. So that was a multi-day trade. I'll cover that one with you as well. So it's great to see that, this continues to be consistent as far as it'll give us multiple trades on a lot of these stocks that appear on the scanner. So if you're not using the scanner, definitely, consider doing that, especially if you're trying to say, hey, I can't find ideas. I don't know what to trade. There's something on here for everybody every day. And what's nice about them is they're small caps, so they're low price. So that means most everybody, even if you have a small account, can afford to get involved in the marketplace. And so it's a great place to learn, great place to find stocks that everybody can afford. But the one thing I did miss here is the heat map. So it's pretty obvious. The heat map was pretty much red across the board, and so that's just something to keep in mind. And that this was consistently across the board and not isolated. So just keep in mind that as we go through the rest of this week. Also on Wednesday we have some Fed news. We'll see kind of where their perspective is on whether they're going to continue continue to pump money into the marketplace, if they feel like they're going to pull back, what their take is on inflation and so forth. So could be a non-event. If it's a non-event, market's still probably going to jump, either go up north or a little bit down south after the anticipation or after the reaction. But we'll see. We'll see if it does anything. Obviously they're seeing the market reaction before Wednesday and their announcement. But we'll see. We'll see if that influences the way that they present their information on Wednesday. So just be careful this week. As far as charting, let's go ahead and dig in some of these charts. So CRVS was a multi-day trade for us. You see here that gives a nice entry in, low of around $5, high of $7. So it's not big, but again, like I say, all you need is a little bit on these stocks, and it goes a long way. EDSA, again, a nice little trade here for us as well. Low is at around $10, the high of 12. Again, not big, but I liked it. Give you an opportunity. So even if you missed this when I hit the scanner up to $10, it still pulled back, just around 750. Still gave you the ride. So you still got an opportunity. And even if you sold out at the high, which I didn't get to the high of 12, you saw this pullback almost to the 50. You see that the 50 was being honored. And you could have rallied back up at the end of the day as well. And so there's lots of opportunities for anybody who's interested in this stock. All right, so let's get into some more. So the SPY, I just want to show you on a 5-minute chart, something that's a little more intraday. You can see here where the gap down happened. And so you got this nice gap that still has to be filled, had this little rally down. So if you're short in the market, you did very well. And then we had this little spike at the end of the day, which I was able to catch part of this. I was watching for something to happen. Thought it was maybe going to happen, possibly just first thing coming out lunch, but it continued to grind down. So that's where you got to see the opportunities pop up, and you see that it got over the 50 and bounced off the 100. So watching that in the morning to see if we continue to rally up. And maybe this is, a place where we're going to bounce, or if it's a fake out, or if we find resistance here at this 50, then pull back down here somewhere back to either 428 or maybe even lower and make new lows for tomorrow if the market's going to continue going down. So just be careful out there. Earnings today. You can see here I have not marked out my chart like I usually do every week. There's some stocks that I'm looking at. Really didn't go through and analyze these yet this week. Definitely am interested though. So just so you know, tomorrow I'll be looking at FedEx, Adobe, for what they're doing on Wednesday. General Mills, see kind of how the product market's doing. Look at home building as well, because there's news around home building. We're going to Accenture, Costco, Trip.com. But nothing that really piqued my interest. Oh, Nike would be the other one, because we traded that over this last year as well. But definitely going to keep an eye on a few of these. I'll try to mark them out for you as well. But definitely good to look at. When you have the big tech companies, I love them because they're volatile and give you lots of opportunity. This week I was not as interested in the earnings, but I'm still going to watch them. And there was nothing tonight. I caught the announcements after hours and really didn't see anything of interest come out of the earnings today. So Moderna's ongoing multiple week trade. See here that's pulled back. It's found support on that 20, looking for a bounce off that back up to resistance at 425. Index, see it pulled back to the 50 here. This made me a little nervous. I thought maybe this is going to end up coming off of our list here, but you can see the support on this stock on the index has been more around the 100 than it has been the 50. So even if it does pull back here to 210, you still keep on listing, look for a bounce off of that. But it may stay at the 50. We'll see. They'll be monitoring that one close. BMTX, you can see here it kind of rallied up, hit resistance, pulled back, almost down to the 50, and it's trying to pull back up and work its way back towards resistance again. So that might provide some good intraday trades. Tesla rallied up here. This is some key level support that it hit. When I was trading this earlier today, after shorting it, I was looking for a bounce. Thought I was going to bounce at 720, bought some in at 720. Didn't catch the low end, and then I was not wanting to hold on the trade, and I had some other things to do, so I went ahead and sold those off. And then, of course, I had some of the SPY, but I didn't have any Tesla, and it, of course, rallied away, which is great. And you see here this at all this consolidation here. So this resistance level here is where we close right under. So we're going to break out of that 731 to start rallying back up, because this is quite a bit of consolidation here that's happened. Or we could pull back to 718 again if there's a failure. So we have a few levels marked out here. Just keep an eye on that. We do have a big gap to fill at some point, but if the market continues to go down, it'll probably drag things down with it. So Nvidia pulled back down to 50. See if we can get a bounce here, nice gap down. It should find support here because you see we had support here, rose resistance, support here as well, and then the breakout. So I'm looking to see if that's going to hold, and it should. If not, we have the, the 50s looks like it's worked as well in the past. So really looking for an area to bounce off of. So that could be a really good day trading tomorrow if the market is strong enough to allow it to run. The dollar is just consolidating here above this support level now. It was resistance, but now support. The VIX spiked way up here, almost to 29, and then pulled back and retraced back down, almost pretty much to the level it was before. But we'll see if it pulls back again. If it continues to pull down, the market will start to rally again. Right now, though, it's still kind of above these prior levels, so definitely could go back up and retest that 29 level as well. So if it does, market's going to keep going down. You see here the SPY on the daily chart, and see that it's acting different. It would hit the 15 bounce off, the 15 bounce off, the 15 bounce off. This time it's taking its time coming down, hit the 50 and now gap down. That's new. So since it's something new, means we don't know exactly what it's going to do or what the intent is, but hopefully it can continue to rally back up. It might rally up. It's going to have resistance along the way to get back through on its way up to try to get back to the highs. And if it fails, if it falls below this 100, then we have the 200 quite a ways down. So just be real careful this weekend. If you're not comfortable trading, it's better to stay on the side or use a paper trading account, and you can get that through most of your brokers that you're using for your stock. A lot of them provide free services. So Moderna, NVAX, BMTX, Nvidia, all on our list today. So dollar, talk about dollar, the VIX, SPY. All of these are ones to just be really careful with. You just want to reiterate that. Triple Qs, all these charts are going to show very similar. Below the 50, looking here between the 100, trying to rally back up, see if it can break up tomorrow. But if not, we'll continue coming down. Semiconductors, same type of chart. Dow Jones pullback. See all these tail candles all the same. So looking at where the market's going to come back together, rally up. So we'll keep an eye on these and see if they can find some support or if they're going to continue coming down. But you see clear across the board, all these. I'm not going to go into details because you can look at the charts and see that we're in this pullback mode right now across the board. So very much the same. Gold kind of flat here under the moving averages. Silver pulled back here. It's below now. That's the prior low. So it's making new lows here most recently. So definitely some weakness in silver. Bitcoin pulled back with the market. It's kind of, it's got this big tail candle, so it's kind of following along with the market. So something you can watch for. If you're looking at crypto, you may want to continue looking at the stock market as well. So you can kind of compare the two, because it looks like it's following along with the market. And that's the same thing when you go across and look at Ethereum, at Doge, and XRP is doing the same. But it's finding support here on the 200, so it could bounce off here. So this could be a level if you're not in it, might be a good trade level to consider getting in if this is something you want long term in your portfolio on this dip. So you're down here to 91, very 94, much better than buying it to 140. So just something to consider if this is something that interests you. But that's our video for tonight. We'll cover more tomorrow night. Stay safe out there. Be just really careful this week. Market's showing its hand and showing you that it's going to be volatile and it can swing both directions as it did today. It pulled down slightly over the day and rallied up at the end. So that could happen. So just be careful out there. Trade safe, and we'll update you tomorrow on how our trades went. Have a good night.